Hi, I'm Brian Millett with Game On Training.
Now, thanks to Game On Training in Dublin, you can train at a first-rate facility. With over 16,000 square feet of training space, Game On features the right equipment and a knowledgeable staff giving serious athletes and recreational players everything they need to take their game to the next level. Game On offers individual and team packages. Monthly memberships are available and one-on-one lessons for ages 7 and up. Game On members have access to train 24/7, so don't miss out. Call or come by for the latest information and schedules, and remember,
get your game on at Game On!
Game On also offers CrossFit DGA with owner Eric Bland. Get the best workout you've ever had with Eric and his staff. Join Game On's training today for excellent core strength and conditioning. And get your game on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to West Lawrence High School. We're on the baseball diamond today with head coach Brian Brown. Brian, thanks for inviting us out today. We've been wanting to talk a little bit about baseball, and it's been a fair year for you, hasn't it, Coach?
It has. It's been up and down. We finished the regular season 13-13.
Yeah.
Finished number 3 in our region.
Yeah.
So we finished 7-5 in our region. Guys have really turned it on the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we've been behind some extremely strong pitching,
Yeah.
very good defense, and timely hitting.
Yeah.
So that's been getting us so far.
It's been getting you by so far.
It has,
You're still
it
in the
has.
run. And, hey, you know, that pitching will keep you in a game, but you got to hit the ball, don't you?
That's right. You sure do. You got to be able to manufacture some runs, get some bunts down, sacrifice flies, and just doing the little things. The little things is these guys have been taught at a young age, and you see that coming back into baseball, you know, with the bats, you know, going to BB core.
Yeah.
Small balls come back in the picture.
Yeah.
And so rely a lot on pitching and defense, and just doing what things need to be done as far as a team. These guys are really understanding what a team concept is.
Yeah.
So it's helped us a lot.
Coach, we were talking just a little bit off camera and just sharing, and I wanted to make sure that you'd actually been here 10 years.
Yes, this is my 10th year. It sure is. And Lord's blessed us with a lot of good talent and good kids, and you know, we've been in the playoffs every year, and I just give him all the credit. You know, it's not nothing that I've done or my wonderful assistant coaches, you know, Jody Pollock and Jeremy Matthews, but you know, we've been blessed with some good kids. So
Well, a lot of good talent to step on a field, whatever the field may be, at a mat or the court.
that's right.
A lot of them will step on there, but you got to have some kind of coach. You got to be able to mold that. You got to know what to do with talent.
It's the main thing we really stress for these guys is team camaraderie. You know, if they get along together as a team, you know, it's amazing what they can do when they really know each other and learn each other.
Right.
And it's amazing. I mean, I have these guys. I probably started 3 or 4 years ago. I had the whole team over to my house one night a week. You know, and we just eat pizza and hang out, and it's really, these guys really learn each other. It's more of a brotherhood than it is more of a team. And you know, these guys are great. I mean, they're awesome kids. They really are.
Well, let's talk just a little bit now. You got a couple of seniors. Let's
I do.
recognize that.
Ryan Neal and Cameron Gibson are our 2 seniors. Tremendous leadership out of both of them. Ryan Neal, he is 8-0 this year as a pitcher. I mean, he's a bulldog on the mound. Just an extreme competitor.
Yeah.
Plays second base when he doesn't pitch.
Yeah.
Cameron Gibson, he plays left field for us. Cameron has really turned it on the last few weeks with the bat, and it showed. And his fire and his energy. He's made some tremendous defensive plays in the field too, but that has carried over into this team. I mean, he does a lot of things as a spark plug that really gets his team going.
Yeah.
And Ryan does the same thing on the mound. I mean, when he's on the hill, these guys know we got a real good shot at winning this thing. And
Right.
and I love them both. And they've just been tremendous leadership with all the players.
Yeah, and you know, usually you got your key pitchers, then you got backup and what have you. You know, your relief pitchers, and so how you doing throughout that? Let's recognize who your pitching staff is.
All right, you got Ryan Neal, and then Slade Marina, who's a sophomore,
Yeah.
who's been throwing very well for us. Nolan Daniel, a freshman, has really come on the last month or so. He's throwing the ball very well. Case Matthews, another sophomore, he's thrown a lot of non-region games for us this year, and he's really stepped it up as well. Nick Chamness, Britt Evans, both of them are sophomores. They've been throwing the ball very well for us. Jared O'Neill, who plays shortstop, I guess by default, he's kind of become our closer. He's leading the team with 2 saves this year. So he's done a good job for us. Caleb Christian, lefty, plays center field for us. He'll come in and pitch in relief. So if you notice, all these classes I've talked about been freshmen and sophomores and juniors. So we're pretty young, but we've been very blessed with their arms of able to get people out. And our pitching staff is only as good as their receiver, and we got 2 good ones. Bill Leroy, who's a junior. Early on, he had some back problems and missed a few games, and Cullen Eastep, sophomore, has done an outstanding job behind the plate.
Awesome.
So when you step on the mound and you got confidence in that guy behind the plate, I can throw an 0-2 curveball in the dirt, and we know he's going to block it up.
Stop it.
It's amazing, and that you can be as good as you want to on the bump, but that guy behind the plate is going to make you as good as you can be, and that's really, I guess, trust. I mean, it's just, they've done a great job for us. They really have.
It sounds like you've done a great job in building that trust. You know, when you said you got 2 seniors, you know, it makes you think, wow, okay, who else? You know, what are the ages of the other starters? So let's go around the field.
All right, Jacob Clark, third base. He's a junior. I mentioned Jared O'Neill at shortstop.
Right.
Ryan Neal at second.
Yeah.
At first base, we've had Nolan Daniel, freshman, and Nick Chamness, sophomore.
Yeah.
And Jacob Kraft has gotten some at bats too, and he's a junior. So we got 3 of them at first. Of course, Caleb Christian in center, and you got Jarrett Henry in right. Jarrett come to us from wrestling and had a ankle injury, but he's gotten over it, and he's really added some extra punch in our lineup with his bat. So it's been really good. I mean, with him, he's a junior, and you got sophomore Caleb Christian in center. So we've been very blessed. Eric Scott, he's a junior. He's another outfielder for us. He does a lot of courtesy running for us for Bill and the other guys when they get on base.
Yeah.
And you put a guy with some speed on the base paths, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Makes a difference on the game, doesn't
it does. So we've been blessed with him doing that too.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so let's talk about batting now. Who's probably you know, who's your start off, who's your lead batter, you know, who's cleanup? Let's walk through that a little bit. Really talk about who's got the best percentages, who's got the highest average.
Batting average wise, I'll just go through the batting order.
Sure.
Bill Leroy's batting leadoff, and he's not your typical leadoff hitter, but he's got a very high on base percentage.
Yeah.
So in Georgia high school, he gets on. We're able to put one of the fastest guys on the team to run for him because he's catcher.
Sure.
So and then Caleb Christian bats in the 2-hole. Then Jared Henry bats third. Cullen Eastep, who's our designated hitter, he bats fourth. You know, him and Bill doing such a great job behind the dish. Bill catches and Cullen DHs for us.
Yeah.
Then Cameron Gibson bats fifth. Jared O'Neill bats sixth. Nolan Daniel seventh. Jacob Clark bats in the 8-hole, and then Ryan Neal bats ninth. So, and the great thing of having Ryan in that 9-hole, it's basically like another leadoff guy. I mean, he don't strike out a whole lot. He's a left-handed hitter. Guys get on in front of him. Got that big hole over there on the right side. He can pull it through there. So it's a good lineup from top to bottom, and they've really come alive the last 2 weeks of swinging the bat and doing some things at the plate. And we knew it would take some time, you know, being such a young team.
Right. And you've just been waiting on that hitting to come.
We have all year long. We were riding that pitching and defense and just waiting on that hitting to catch up with it. And hopefully it's all coming together at the right time now. So maybe we can make a good run in the playoffs.
All right, Coach, you've been here 10 years like we were talking earlier, but you have Jeremy Matthews. How long has he been with you, and what does he do for you? Let's talk a little bit about Jeremy.
This is Jeremy's 3rd year up here with us. He works with our corner infielders and works with our hitters. He does a great job with them. I mean, he really does. He throws a lot of batting practice for us. I don't say how he throws and throws, but I throw about once a week, and my arm's sore for a few days. But he does a great job for us. He handles a lot of our paperwork, and he's been around baseball a lot. And I tell you, I mean, I can't take the credit for everything we do. Jeremy's done a fantastic job with the organization of getting things ordered and doing a lot of things for us. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sure, Brian. You cannot wear all hats.
Oh, no.
You can't do it.
Just can't do it no more.
And it takes a good coaching staff on any sport. And in baseball, you got Pollock that just came to you. What,
Jody Pollock. He and I go way back. He and I actually played summer ball together when we were growing up in high school. So it was great for me and him to get back together.
Buddy up again.
Yeah, and he and I come from the same mold. I mean, his dad and mine coached just alike.
Yeah.
So and you know, we thank Jimmy Brown and Howard Pollock for what they've done to instill a great work ethic in both of us. You know, and it's wonderful. But before I even ask him a question, I know what his answer is going to be.
You know what it is.
And it's great how we think alike. And he has done a tremendous job with our middle infielders. And I mean, these guys just love him. I mean, they really do. And that's one thing about these guys. When they create a great relationship with you as a coach, you know, they really play hard for you. Right. And they trust that what we ask them to do and tell them to do, they believe in it. And it's really paid off for us. Jody's done a great job with our hitters. I mean, he's our hitting coach too. So he's doing a good job with that as well. So I take care of the outfielders and catchers and pitching staff. So it's a great group, you know, with the three of us, and we've been very blessed. Very blessed.
That's wonderful, Coach. Hey, we will take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we want to talk to a couple of the seniors that are on the team this year and get their take on things. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, now we're talking to a couple of the seniors on the baseball team, the only two seniors this year on West Lawrence Raider baseball team. Cameron Gibson. Cameron, how's this year been going for you, son?
Going pretty good. I mean, we've got on a roll here lately.
Yeah. They tell me your gloves gotten a lot better, you're hitting better?
Yes, sir. I think I'm on a 7-game hitting streak right now.
Awesome.
And I've thrown a couple guys out in the field.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's going pretty good here lately.
Good, good. How many years you played baseball, Cameron?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes, sir.
And you played coming on up all through school.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, Little League
Little
and all
League,
that.
so middle school.
You learned a lot along the way, huh?
Oh, yeah. Playing
right.
chain baseball now.
Yeah, cool, cool. All right, so, you know, you're thinking about younger kids, you're thinking about people maybe in middle school or, you know, playing ball. What kind of advice you give young people?
You know, just, you know, work hard. You know, this is a sport right here where you got to kind of do it all year round. You can't just take a break from it. You got to stay in a rhythm, or you know you're gonna come out here and everybody else is gonna be ahead of you. So just stay with it, you know, all year round.
Just keep working on it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So everybody has a strength. Everybody has something they really have to work on in whatever the sport may be.
Yes, sir.
What's your biggest strength?
I'd have to say, you know, in the field, my arm probably. I have a pretty good arm, and I mean, I don't really strike out too much. I'm gonna put the ball in play.
Yeah. That's
Yes, sir.
good. That's good. What do you have to work on the most?
This year I've had a lot of trouble getting bunts down. I need to work on that a little more, and you know, being smart on the base path. I've gotten a lot better, but to begin with, I was having a hard time with that, and I've kind of learned throughout the years. Yes, sir.
Well, you're a senior. You got a favorite memory you want to share with us thus far? I hope you got some more you're gonna build here.
Well, my favorite memory is actually from middle school. My 8th grade year, me and my best friend Tucker Slaughter, I was catching behind the plate, and Tucker was at third. And we ended the doubling game on some guy was trying to steal. He kind of just looked up at me and smirked, and I threw him out. And that ended the doubling game. My last 8th grade year.
That's a good memory.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And he was a big part of y'all's team, big part of y'all's life.
Yeah, he was my best friend.
Yeah, awesome kid. There's
Yes,
no doubt about it. We all miss him right along. But let's look on now. Let's mention your mom and dad. You got to recognize them.
Of course, you know, my mom and dad are Dwayne and Tammy Gibson. They have been amazing, and it's kind of scary knowing I'm going to leave them here in a little while, but I'm proud to say they're my parents.
Yeah, that
They've been a great support. they're always at every game. You know, football, baseball, don't matter.
Yeah, they're gonna show up for you. Aren't
Oh
they?
yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So what are your plans?
I want to go to college and play ball. You know, for my first 4 years, probably gonna go somewhere like ABAC. You know, I played chain with the head coach at ABAC, so
Yeah.
looking like I might probably go there.
Okay.
I want to. I plan on trying to get like a law degree. I want to go to pre-law and maybe go to law school at Vanderbilt. I think that would be pretty cool. I want to be in Nashville.
Good. Good. Why do you want to reside there?
Well, music's also a big part of my life.
All right.
I kind of want to pursue that a little bit and, you know, do a little music on the side while I'm
Yeah.
in college.
Cool. Now I think I've heard you sing once or twice.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite song to sing right now? What's some of your favorite artists?
Right now,
Yeah.
I like Sam Hunt and I like Scotty McCreery. I like people like that.
Mhm.
I just like that. I like Chase Rice.
Yeah.
You know, that different country that's coming out now.
Sure. Hey, now, everybody that's playing a sport a lot these days, you know, you're going to put your headphones on, your
Oh,
earplugs in, you know, and you're going to try to get amped up for the game. What you
Yeah.
listening to?
Well, most everybody on our team kind of listens to, believe it or not, we all listen to a little rap music.
Yeah.
We all listen to like
Believe it
Drake
or
and
not.
Fetty Wap and all
Sure,
that.
sure.
That's what we listen to on the games, going to the games and stuff, and on the bus
Yeah.
rides.
Yeah. All right, so you look at across town, what you going to miss most of all about high school, about baseball or what have you?
Just the camaraderie, you know, just being out here with people you've been with since you were little, you know.
Yeah.
Being with the same guys, it's something hard that you're really going to miss. You don't realize it until you get right here at the end. You're going to be like, I'm going to miss this, you know.
Yeah.
Just being with these guys 24/7, you know. They get on your nerves, but you love them, you know. They're your family.
Sure. All right, and so you've been with Brian all 4 years.
Yes, sir.
You've known Brian for quite a while. What's his coaching style?
Well, he's real. I mean, he's strict at times. Like he'll get on to you, but he's a real laid back kind of guy. He kind of lets you do what you know you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed playing with Coach Brown. He's a real good coach and he knows what he's doing. And he's added Coach Pollock and Coach Matthews, and I had Coach Matthews in middle school, so
Right.
been with him for a little while too.
Yeah, you knew him. How about Pollock? How's he coming along for y'all?
He really knows the game of baseball. You
Yeah.
can really tell he knows the game of baseball.
Yeah.
He's a laid back guy. He'll joke around with you every now and then, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right. Best of luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, now we're back with other senior, Ryan O'Neill. Ryan, you've been around baseball all your life,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah, you grew up with a baseball in your hand, a bat in your hand.
Yes, sir.
Your dad's always worked with you a lot,
Yes, sir.
hasn't he? And you learned to love the game. You gotten a lot better at it. You're just a bulldog on the mound,
Yes, sir.
according to Coach.
I
But,
reckon you said that.
Yeah. So you 8-0 this year. How's it make you feel?
It makes you feel pretty good, I guess, about myself.
You got to keep the streak going, right?
Yes, sir.
Got to keep it alive. All right, tell us about your parents. I mentioned that your dad worked with you a lot, but your
Yes,
mom
sir.
and dad.
Yeah, when my dad, he worked Southeast, and you know it's been kind of rough, I reckon, like 2 years, but he could have to make it to tournaments and stuff like that.
Sure.
But mom's always been there, I reckon, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Daddy made it to most of them, and I used to just go around with him, softball tournaments, stuff like that. That's what kind of got me into it, I reckon.
Mm-hmm. Tell them their name. Tell them your mom and dad's name.
Daniel Neal and Vicky Neal.
Yeah.
And then I got a little sister, Riley.
There you go. You got to mention her for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So 12 years you've been playing baseball, but 4 years here at the high school, and I'm sure it's been quite a growing experience. What you feel like you gotten the most improvement from maybe being under Brown?
How to work as a team and stuff like that, I reckon.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's got a strength. Everybody's got a weakness. What's your biggest strength?
Probably pitching.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. And what do you feel like you have to work on? Not necessarily a weakness, but something that you feel like you maybe need to concentrate on that sometimes.
Hitting a little more.
Yeah. Always hit the ball better, right?
Yeah, you can always hit better.
Yeah. Makes it a lot funner to play though
Yes,
when you
sir.
hit. Yeah. All right. So looking at this season, I'm hearing several things. Now, when you're not on the mound, you're playing second.
Yes, sir.
So Brown pointed out earlier that you got the most, or you set a school record on the most double plays.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you hold the ball a lot on those double
Yes, sir.
plays. So how do y'all do that? It's all about timing.
Yeah, I guess just me and Jared work good together, I reckon.
Yeah.
Me and Neil, I guess it's where
Been around each other a minute.
play forever.
Yeah. Okay. So what you gonna miss the most about high school? Is it gonna be baseball, or what will it be?
I guess just school, just being able to kind of
Yeah.
be around everybody,
Uh-huh.
being with your team,
Yeah.
being with your friends, I reckon.
Maybe I should ask you, are you gonna miss it? Huh?
Yeah, a little bit, I reckon. I'm ready to get out, though.
Yeah.
Go to college, I reckon.
Yeah. Where you going? Do you know?
Planning on going to East Georgia.
Yeah. You going
sir.
to University of Georgia?
No, East Georgia.
East Georgia
yes,
College.
Sir, East Georgia
You
College.
gonna play ball there?
I'm not sure yet. Probably will play ball.
I
sometime.
bet you'll have the opportunity.
I
Yeah.
might.
Yeah, I bet so. All right, and you have a lot of young kids, coming along in ball. They want to play baseball. What do you tell them? What's the key? What do you need to do?
Work at it. Practice. Practice makes it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You got to practice every day, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Makes you better.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us about Brown. What's his coaching style? Anything you can tell us about him?
He's my dog.
He's your dog.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, he makes us do what we need to do at practice. Don't really goof off much. You know, just kind of straightforward, everybody.
Yeah.
Puts them where they need to be played.
Yeah.
If you deserve to be out there, you can be out there. If not, you ain't.
Right. That's always good. Put the best player on the field.
Yep, put whoever needs to be there.
Wish you the best, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
you.
man.
Yes, sir.
Coach Brown, I appreciate you letting us talk to a couple of players there, the seniors. You know, they had a lot of good things to say about you and about the other coaching staff, and, you know, the wonderful memories, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, as you call it, of baseball. And what a fun sport it is. It seems like they've gotten a lot out of it. You know, I've watched them grow up over the years, and you have too, especially probably the last 2 or 3, you know, 4. Hopefully they're still growing up for you.
That's right. That's what I love about this game is we're able to use it. I mean, it's a great gift that great game that God has created for us, that we can use this to develop these young men, because they go through a lot of trials, and they have to persevere through it, and that carries over into life. You know, where they don't give up every time something doesn't go their way or anything like that. So
that's right.
That's one thing that, you know, I love about this game. One guy I forgot to mention a little while ago, Guy Anderberg, a freshman, has been a pleasant surprise. I mean, he's as good as anybody out here with a glove. I mean, he's our defensive specialist. He does a lot when certain guys pitch as far as playing different positions on the field and stuff like that. And mention our defense, this team this year has set the school record for double plays in a season. We've returned 20 double plays in 26 games. That's amazing.
Unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a double play being a pitcher's best friend. Well, we've loved that a lot this year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's just our pitchers, you know, doing a good job of getting ground balls and hitting spots. And our defensive guys have made a good job of making plays, and hopefully we carry it over in the Thomas County Central on Friday. I also want to thank our principal, Clifford Garnto, and our AD, Jeff Clayton. A tremendous support. I mean, we couldn't do it without them. They do a lot of good things for us, and we appreciate everything that they do for West Lawrence baseball. Our dugout club has been tremendous this year. I don't know, when you come to the ballpark, you see signs everywhere.
Yeah, man.
Our guys, I think our last count was about 120 signs we sold this year.
Awesome.
Last year, I think we sold 16.
Wow.
So it's just
what a
been
turnaround on that.
Well, it's not only our guys, you know, because they believe. I mean, everything that we do, every bit of money we raise goes right back to them, and that's just tremendous parent support. I mean, they joined the dugout club, and we've been able to do a lot of things of helping our middle school, our feeder program, and I want to mention those guys too. You know, Mike Thompson, Rob Waits, James Hobbs, and Josh Crawford. I mean, guys, you do an awesome job, and we appreciate it, because when they get to us, they know the fundamentals of the game. So we're able to take what they already know and raise them up to another level. That's just great. I mean, everybody I talk to all over the state, you know, that's got good programs, good traditions, it's because of that middle school. I mean, because they do us right there. They're teaching down there what we want up here, and it's a great situation. And you know, I'm blessed to be a part of West Lawrence baseball.
Well, Coach, I'd be remiss if I didn't say what a great job you do and what good character you have for these young men. It's not just here on the ball field. You live it, and people recognize that, and we all appreciate it.
Well, I give God all the glory. I mean, I stumble and fall. I make mistakes, I promise you, and I'll be the first one to admit it when I do. And but I try to be a good example for these guys, and my door is always open to them. They know they can come talk to me about anything, whether it's on the field or something in the classroom or something personal going on in their life. I mean, I treat them like my own sons. That's what my wife jokes around all the time. She's like, well, how many sons we got this year? I said, we got 25, 27, counting our 2 at home. So, and my excuse me, my 2 boys, Keaton and Tucker, I mean, they love the game, and they look up to all these guys. I mean, they'll get out in the backyard and they're playing wiffle ball. Look, Daddy, and he'll imitate a swing. I'm like, hey, that's Jared O'Neal. Yes, sir, that's him. And it's just great, you know, the way that they handle themselves, and they're good guys. I mean, not only out here, but they handle themselves well in the community too. So.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. Thank you.